up, my name is Daniela and today I'm going to do the last 10 books tag. I wasn't tagged by anybody, but I was inspired to do this by Jashana C, so I will link her video down below. I have my question here on my ancient laptop, so let's start. Question number 1 is the last book you didn't finish. The last book I DNF'd was City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. As you probably know, it is a young adult urban fantasy which takes place in New York. So I was reading it for maybe a few weeks. I was reading it very slowly and I DNF'd it around page 150. Because I was reading it very slowly, I quickly became confused, like who is against whom and what is happening. And I didn't like the characters, I didn't care about them or about the plot. The writing wasn't very good either, and I know a lot of people say that the series gets better or the other series are better. So please let me know if it's worth it to continue with the series, or if I can read another series by Cassandra Clare without finishing this one. I might try it again because I like to read popular books and for my own opinion. Question number 2 is the last book you reread. So it was The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. And I reread this because I read it a long time ago in high school and I quite enjoyed it. And I was curious if I liked it now. And I liked it even more, so this was 4-star read. I talked about this in my recent reads video, so you can check it out if you are interested about my thoughts about this one. Question number 3 is the last book you bought, and I'm not buying any books this year because I'm on a year-long book buying ban and I don't remember which book was the last one I bought last year, so I'm going to go with the book I got last as a present, and that was Little White by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. This is book 4 in the Cormoran Strike series, which I'm really enjoying. I recently finished book 3, which is called Career of Evil, and I absolutely loved it. It was the best volume in the series so far, so I'm really excited to read this one, but I also kind of want to save it because nowadays we don't get good stuff by J.K. Rowling that often. Question number 4 is the last book you said you read but didn't. The only time I said I read a book but didn't was in school, especially in college with quite a lot of books. And I still want to read some of the classics that I was supposed to read in college, but some things like Heart of Darkness are just never going to happen, sorry. Question number 5 is the last book you wrote in the margins of. I don't remember doing this and I am not against annotating books. I would like to do it, but my god, I would like to start annotating my books, maybe rather using tabs than writing directly in the book, but I'm very bad at actually marking passages I like or making notes during reading, but I definitely want to try and start doing it. Question number 6 is the last book you had signed. So I've never been to a book signing event and I don't have any signed books. They are not that important for me. I would like to meet some authors and hear them talk, but I think it would be quite awkward to actually meet them in person because, like, what do you say? I really like your books? Well, duh. And few of them visit the Czech Republic anyway, so there's not a lot of chances to get signed books. Question number 7 is the last book you lost. I don't think I've ever lost a book. I rarely lose things in general because I like to have designated places for things and I have minimalistic tendency, so I don't own that many things. Question number 8 is the last book you had to replace. I got rid of a lot of books that were mass market paperbacks, or the copies were battered, or the font was too tiny, but I haven't got the replacement yet. Once I lent a book to a friend and when he returned it, he said that his dog chewed on it a little bit, so he asked if I wanted a replacement, but I didn't want to keep it anyway, so I just got rid of it, and it was A Year in the Murder by Stephen Clark. Question number 9 is the last book you had an argument over. I like to think that when I talk to people about books, it's more of a discussion than an argument. But recently I talked to a friend about a book and I mentioned something about a character's sexuality and he was like, hey, spoilers! And I was like, well, sexuality is actually not a spoiler. And he said, yeah, it is. But in the end he kind of accepted or pretended to accept that sexuality shouldn't be considered a spoiler. And it was A Court of Wings and Rain by Sarah J. Maas. Question number 10 is the last book you couldn't get hold of. And if it's meant for free, then it's the majority of books for me, because my library has a limited selection of English books, and I'm glad that I can get some of the books on Script, but I have to buy majority of them. And that is all for this tag. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And you can also follow me on social media, where I spend too much time, especially on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!